How many of you live on an island? If there is a hurricane coming towards Galveston, how many of you can say that you are prepared and know what to do? By the end of this speech, I hope I can convince you into being prepared in advance so that when a hurricane enters the Gulf, you'll have less things to do. According to the National Weather Service in 2008, 12 storms entered the Gulf, and that number is only supposed to increase this hurricane season and as the years go on. We do not know where they will end up hitting or how bad it will be, so we need to be prepared. I have lived in Galveston my entire life. I have experienced many storms and hurricanes. When Hurricane Rita hit Galveston in 2005, me and my family were not prepared. We were running around like chickens with our heads cut off. Our lack of preparedness also ended us up in 18 hours to a 3-hour Austin trip. In 2008, when Ike hit, we were much more prepared and had things done and out of Galveston before traffic could ever start. I believe Islanders should plan in advance for hurricanes because it is hurricane season, and once a hurricane watch turns to a warning for Galveston, people start to panic and may forget some important things they should do. By being prepared, you can avoid damage that might have well taken place, like flood and wind damage. A way to avoid wind damage is boarding up windows and glass doors. It is good to do this so that no stray objects left outside fly and hit a window and break it. Also, it is important to know when a hurricane is coming. The National Hurricane Center website has a graphical tropical weather outlook. It's a visual where it shows where a hurricane is and if it's coming, and it can give you up to 48-hour notice. And it just gives you updates, and it updates itself every 2 hours throughout hurricane season. You should check this once a week to be aware of what is happening in the water. You should also watch your local news to get information. Knowing if there is a possibility of a storm coming is important. The amount of hurricanes and the power of these hurricanes are increasing according to the Weather Channel website. Knowing this in advance can help us be prepared. What you can do to be prepared: make an evacuation plan. This is so you know exactly what you're going to do and the route you're going to take. You don't want to end up having to try to call all these hotels and make reservations because everyone on the island is going to try to do the same thing. So with the first sign of a hurricane, you want to call hotels and get a room, and if it ends up not coming your way or you don't need to evacuate, you can just cancel it. Also, with evacuation, if your city offers you an evacuation, you want to leave right when it says you should evacuate. You don't want to be waiting and possibly stranded. I think the most important way to be prepared is to have a supply kit. In the supply kit, you should have things like bottled water, because you might not have running water for days or even weeks. You should also have a radio that's battery operated, because most likely your power will be out and you'll need to know what's going on. You should have non-perishing foods so that it won't go bad, because you're probably not going to have a refrigerator or a stove to be able to cook, so you need something that you could just eat. You should have flashlights, because you won't have electricity and at night it will get dark. You should have extra batteries in case those flashlights run out, and candles, because you really don't know how long you're going to be in the dark, because power may not come on for a couple of weeks. Another thing to be prepared about is you should call your insurance agency early and get a good coverage on your house, so that if wind or flood damage happens like it did in Hurricane Ike, you can be insured and get a new house fixed again, like many people did. Another way to be prepared is to make sure that your family knows what's going on, even the little kids, so that no one starts to panic when a hurricane occurs, and everyone could have like a specific thing that they're supposed to do, so that your parents aren't running around trying to do everything and something gets forgotten. There should be a checklist ready so that nothing gets forgotten, no lights get left on, or nothing, the gas isn't running or anything. I hope you now want to be prepared, and during the hurricane season you don't have to be a nervous wreck when a storm heads our way.